Greetings viewers, welcome to another Evil strategy session. I am Evil. Today we have a 3v3 map with Predator, 152, and ships versus Evil, Unsleep, and Schmunkel. As previously stated in other strategy sessions, Evil, Unsleep, and Schmunkel are on a Skype channel. I don't know anything about Predator, 152, or ships. If any of you guys are out there, let me know. So we have a large number of armies and battles coming up in this strategy session. Large number of strategies to look at. The main focus on this one is going to be never give up, never surrender. As you'll see, there are many times where many opponents are out of the game and able to come back. So just to give a brief update, we're 4 minutes in. As you can see, it's an hour and 15-minute game, and we sure felt every minute of it on our side. Predator has snuck a probe over here for some damage. Nobody brought a probe up into the central area, as I have seen many times. That seems to be the prevalent strategy right now, and I will try to get a strategy cast on the best version I've seen of that. We have... Well, let's just dive right into the action. There's a bunch of great stuff going on, and I don't want to spend too terribly much time. I'm going to crank this up to 3 times speed, but I will show you that over here, Ships has an early expansion. He slapped that down about 3 minutes 50 seconds. Maybe 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Little test of the attack here. Another Zergling going out to check things out. Our income rates are pretty good, except Predator's pretty low there, 400. With the Protoss usually able to crank in the minerals much faster than any other set, except for the Terran with mules. I'm actually a little surprised by that. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of our income stats. Evil is checking his area out. Even if Predator were over here on this side, Evil would not be able to see him. Just to check, what does everybody know? This is what the Predator team knows. They know about the Evil, Unsleep, Schmunkel front defenses. This is what the Evil team knows. Nothing. We haven't tested anything out. Evil does his strategy of throwing cannons up top and taking out rocks. Unsleep doing the exact same thing over here. Throws up some cannons, starts taking out rocks. These are just great strategy. Love it. Dual purpose of giving you some great base defenses and taking out some rocks early on without having to send troops away. Can't complain about that. 152 takes the central base. Problem with that, of course, is that Zerg taking that central base is really going to mess everything else up. Nobody else is going to be able to get in here close. Let's see, who's this? Ships, or 152 sends out his Zerglings for a probe. See if I can slow down for just a brief moment here once they eventually attack. Unsleep throws up his Nexus. Evil has his Nexus up here. Predator's still not doing anything with this drone. He's saving up. Just check our resources here. Schmunkel has a ton of unspent resources. It's just an amazing amount of unspent resources at 8 minutes into the game. No offense, Schmunkel. Let's see, you got a forge. Some more cannons wouldn't hurt, but I can definitely see some good defense. Let's see here if 152 makes a move. Nope, still running around. Gonna clear out those resources. Crank up our speed just a bit. This is going to be about a 4-part strategy session. It would be a 10-part strategy session if I just let it go at regular time. So here we go. Let's see some attacks. Sure enough, those cannons on bottom and the cannons on top do some good. Don't get any kills, but do chase them off. 152 sees no reason to push just yet. Looking at Unsleep's defenses, a couple things I'd like to say. These cannons can't really attack much of anything out here. So they're not going to do a lot of good to an army charging in. You want to place your cannons probably a little further front. So maybe build this forge back just a little bit next time in this area, and that'll let you put some cannons right behind here and use that gateway as an actual barrier to entrance. Here comes some Zerglings. They are on move command, so they slip right on past. Some heavy damage is done to them, but they do get to sneak in. Just check the income here. Unsleep has 21 probes. Let's see if these guys do any sorts of damage before they get wiped out. Because let's face it, 4 Zerglings against a pack of 9 or 10 Zealots. 9 Zealots? Yeah. He got 1? Maybe 2? Looks like he got 1. So here goes Predator laying down his pylon over here. Is it going to be a proxy pylon? Is it going to be a real pylon? We'll find out soon enough. Evil lays down his pylon over here. I'm going to tell you, this is not a proxy pylon. This is an actual pylon. This is going to be used for some cannons over here. One of Evil's expansion strategies, especially on this map, is to put down pylon. He's going to put some cannons right here to give some protection to this area. Ships could have done some decent damage if he'd have stopped and nailed that pylon out. Wouldn't have supplied Lock Evil by any means, but would have done some damage. Ships comes in with a pretty standard muta harass. Could have stopped and done some microing there, gotten a probe or two. There he goes. Let's crank up the speed a bit. Thank you, Schmunkel, for bringing in some Void Rays, chasing those guys off. Those are not upgraded speed. So mutas are going to be able to chase them. Mutas are going to be able to outrun them anytime. Got some photons cannon up. These are going to protect here. So these are both dual purpose. This is a proxy pylon and a power pylon. Looks like we have yet another expansion base going down. Just check the income rate. Yeah, 152's expansion base is doing really nice. Ships has one expansion. He's going to get a second one out. Muta's flying around doing some damage. Again, muta harass, pretty standard stuff. Throw up some cannons. Make sure you have some stalkers walking around. You can usually fight those off decently well. Just a quick check. We do have some cannons up. Big blob of army coming in. Sorry I missed that there. Schmunkel taking out an expansion base. Ships had a much higher rate than that. He was looking for a much higher rate. And Schmunkel brings him back down, kind of standard with the rest of us schlubs here. Still looking at this. Again, big blob. Hydralisks waiting in. How about upgrades? We have a 1 needle spine upgrade. Alright, so we have ships and 152. 152 making good use of hotkeys. Ships making good use of hotkeys. Unsleep's got some hotkeys going on. Evil has some hotkeys going on. And Schmunkel has a hotkey going on. Big blob coming in. See, nice pack of mutalisks here. Here's this expansion is what I was talking about. A couple of pylons to protect, a couple of cannons to shoot anything down. Ship sees he can fly right through. Sure enough he can. Sure enough he does. Heads on back to the back of Evil's base. Again, pretty standard muta harass. Evil not really bothering to counter it. Really should have. Knew it was coming, should have done something about it. Evil sends his troops back to take care of some stuff. Unsleep splitting his troops up. Get these guys chased off here. You know, I can't even say I understand why they stopped. If they'd have pushed on a little bit more, Evil's income rate would be way, way down. Instead of just 240, it'd be about 0. Evil doesn't have a whole bunch of resources. Schmunkel has 3,600 resources, 3,600 minerals. I don't know if he's saving for a rainy day, but you can start pumping out some zealots or start asking for gas from people. Just about anything. Gonna get rid of that income rate. Good idea here, if you're going to try and get rid of those guys, is to tell your Void Rays, come over to this cannon here and hold position. Mutas won't be able to suck them off, and they'll be guarded by those cannons. Unsleep knows what's coming, gets the stalkers back. Blink would be very nice here. Might help actually catch up. And Predator still only with the 2 cannons, excuse me, but he does have some troops warped in. Speaking of warp in, let's check here. 4 warp gates. It's a good number. Got a whole bunch of zealots back here guarding his base. Evil has 3 warp gates and a 4th gateway coming in.